I see my streaming message has just gone live. I can see myself there. Alright, perfect. Let's go here, here, and then we're going to advertise. I've not even yet begun to advertise. I haven't even opened up my trick list yet. Man. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and let everybody know. So something I've noticed with Discord, sometimes I go to the server and I have the message prepped and I think it sends, or at least it should have, and then I revisit it like a week later and it didn't really send. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry I missed sending it to this Discord server, but oh well. And I know I'm starting later than usual, but the United States just suffered a very traumatic thing, and that is daylight saving time shift, which means the time moved forward to lose an hour, and I am not recovered. I'm also the father of a 20-month-old, so yeah. And then my body just didn't want to stream. And I'm now thinking I wanted to change my shirt too, but I'm like, nah, screw it. If I don't get started, I'm not streaming. So here I am. I got started. That's at least the motivation that I need. I'm already streaming. Can't change my shirt now. That would be weird. Hey, welcome in, Sick Psycho 696. How's it going? So I'm currently at the moment advertising, but if you are not aware, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic. So welcome in. After I advertise, usually I introduce the trick list, but since you're here, and I know that you're here, feel free to make a request. So I've basically co-opted a StreamerSonglist, filled it with tricks, and people can request them. And if you don't know what to request, you can just type in !random, and it'll randomly put something in the queue. So I mostly do sleight of hand card magic. That's like a large majority of the tricks that I do. But I do have like 1 or 2 tricks on the list that are not card magic, but it's mostly card magic. So let's see. But anyway, so I press on. I'm going to continue advertising. So into my 35 plus or so Discord channels. Infozar said really good things, so I'm excited. Oh, excellent! You came over here from Jack's stream. Yes. Actually, while I'm here, I can also give Jack a shout out. But yeah, InfoXR, also known as Jack, he is basically, I would consider him the ringleader of Magic Twitch, because I think he was doing it the longest out of the 4 of us that have been doing it regularly. And we meet in his Discord to talk Magic Shop sometimes. So that is that's the cool thing. So hey, welcome in, Gibson Lens. How are you doing? How you doing, Bert? Let's see. I just introduced myself to Sick Psycho. I'm gonna make sure that I get that right. 696. Oh my God! First things first, and I get a raid. What? Frolic Chris, welcome in. How are you doing? How was the stream? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Charlie's Beats and Chimperdoodle. Hey, welcome in, Pandy Ponda. Hello, how's it going? And let's see. Yeah, oh, excellent. Thanks for the shout out for Frolic Chris. Guys, if you're not following Frolic Chris, plays piano, plays a lot of VGM, has a bunch of his own originals, playing a lot of other Twitch Music Friends originals as well. So, Chris, let me know how your stream was. I'm currently just wrapping up advertising that I'm going live, and then we'll go from there. But feel free to make a request if you would like Frolic Chris, and we can also do that one as well. So, but I hope everybody is doing okay. For those of us who are in North America and / or Europe, I believe we all just suffered a horrible fate, and that is changing the clocks for daylight savings or daylight saving time, and it just happened last night, but it's exhausting. And coming from somebody who is a father of a 20-month-old, and we haven't gotten through the first weekday yet, so it's like, hey Chan, welcome in. How's it going? And Charlie's Beats. Oh yeah, yep, yes, definitely. That's totally the case. All right, just have two. Okay, one more thing to advertise, and then we should be good to get started. Okay, whoo! All right. So, what's my newest trick? Well, my newest trick, Frolic Chris, is actually off menu. So if you would like to see an off menu trick, I can totally do that for you. Let's go ahead and find one that's not on the list, and we'll do that one for the raid. Thank you very much for the raid. I'm just going to go ahead and put in a magician's choice for you, and then that'll be this off menu thing. Okay. All right. So, let's see. I have the same one for follows. That's awesome. Sick Psycho, may I ask, what do you stream? Am I following you? I don't know if I'm following you. Follow. I can give you a follow, and then we'll see what you do, or if you want to let us know. Oh no, how do I do that? Okay. Variety of games. Oh, awesome. Sweet. And I do have to, so I'm currently prepping. I haven't started cheating yet. Here's my cheating stuff. So it's sort quick if anybody hasn't used it before. I think normally you used to see it in front of cash registers when cash was a thing, and now nobody uses cash in the United States. So I'll play with friends or by myself. Yeah, that's how gaming works, right? At least you have the option to play with yourself for a lot of games. So, okay, let's see. All right, I'm not sure. I think I tried some tricks last stream, and I don't know if I did this one, but if I didn't, then awesome. It's the first time anybody's seeing it. And if I did, then I guess some people might have seen it before you, Frolic Chris, but not too many people. So. Yeah, true. But I love magic and seeing it done. Awesome. Great. Excellent. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. So, okay. So, for Frolic Chris, thank you kindly for the raid. Thank you so much. Hopefully you are doing well, for Frolic Chris, and I wish you well wishes, and I hope everything is going well. So, that being said, we are going to be performing a trick called the Center of Attention. So, this I did do as part of my 100 tricks in 100 days project, but the quality of it was very bad. It was before I even got these cameras, and I'm going to be doing it right now. So here I've got 4 cards, and these 4 cards, let me tell you, are the 4 aces. Now, looking at these 4 aces, which one would you say is the most narcissistic or egotistical? And feel free to just let me know in chat. And let's see here. Frolic Chris says, I still feel special. Oh, excellent. Sick Psycho says, oh, this is nice. Spades. Oh, man. Frolic Chris also agrees. Spades. You know what? You guys would be correct. And the reasoning is because the pip on the ace of spades is gigantic. So it's not modest compared to all of the other aces. A lot of games talk about things in spades. and the fact that it's just on the face of every deck it gets to its head. So what I want to do here is, what if I were to try and get it to be more modest? Like, I just want it to be more humble. So if I go ahead and I take it, and I go ahead and I place it into the packet face down, like this. If I just give it a second, the Ace of Spades knows that it's part of a trick, and so it wants to be on camera, and it knows the camera is right there. So if I show you, the Ace of Spades will turn itself face up. I know, that's super interesting, because it's just turned itself face up amongst these other aces. Now, what if I were to place it face down in the packet once again? It's going in clearly face down. And we give it a second, but it knows that we're in the middle of a trick again. So what if it goes ahead and turns itself face up? Because look, it's going to do that. I know. What a jerk, right? Now here's the thing. I want to completely take away the Ace of Spades from this, so that I can try and force it to be more humble. But if I go ahead and I take it away, it'll find a way to get back on camera, because it swapped places with all the other three aces. I know, that's super weird, right? And so, and that, my friends, is center of attention. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for the raid, Frolic Chris. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, hey, thank you for the bits. Wow, thank you very much, Frolic Chris. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. We got some. Oh, thank you kindly for the applause, Six Psycho. Oh, hey, welcome in, Avenstide. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps and applause. Six Psycho, Chan the Magic Man, Avenstide, and Chan's got the OMG. Whoa. Okay. So, thank you very much. And okay, we do have another request. Too many cards. I like this one. This was a good one. Okay, hang on. I haven't even pulled out the Twitch deck yet today. I should. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to pull this out. I can show you guys. So my wife had actually gotten me a deck box over the holidays. Maybe not this year. Might have been last year. But I forgot that I've had it, and I didn't want to like overuse it because there might be wear and tear on it. But it's a nice wooden deck box that was, I believe, designed by someone. So my name is Nam, if you didn't know. But it pops open like this. So this is actually a door, and it'll move these. So this is the locked position, and then this is the unlocked position, and then it pops open. So currently I'm putting the Twitch deck in here, but it's actually, there's no hinges or anything, so this is actually made out of like a solid piece of wood that was cut in a way so that it could bend and be flexible. So I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And it looks like a book. Oh, if only Books, Brews, and Booze were here. Or Books, Brews, and Brews. So, but yeah, so it's really cool box. But I figured I should probably just show it off on stream because, it's a nice gift. And this is also coming from my wife. She is actually, she hates Magic. So the fact that she gave me something for decks was really cool. Alright, I need to find some cards for this, so please hold. And the trick is too many cards. Alright, just making sure. I'm prepping for the right trick. I have prepped for a trick that was the wrong trick before, so that happens. Okay, and then boom. Alright. Da-da-da. 5. Okay. Alright. Yeah, Charlie's Beat says, nice! Chan says, woo! Avenside says, that's pretty. Well, thank you kindly for the compliments, everybody. On the deck box. Alright, so this trick is called Too Many Cards. So I've got a stack of cards here. I'll just show you what they are before we proceed. We've got the ace of diamonds, the 2 of diamonds, the 3 of diamonds, the 4 of diamonds, and the 5 of diamonds. Now, the thing with this is I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to start with the ace, and if I place the ace somewhere in the packet, it's not on the top, it's not on the bottom, in the middle. You would think that it's in the middle and not on the top, but if I show you, it actually jumps up to the top. I know, interesting, right? So here we go. If I go ahead and grab it and I place it in the middle of the packet again, like so, and I snap, it jumps back up to the top. I know, super strange. Now a lot of people would think, oh man, maybe you have duplicates. No, no, no. You know that this is signed by another streamer, Unfocused in IA. So you know it's the same one, unless I painstakingly took the time. Anyway, the point of this trick is I'm fooling you. And yes, it's really hard to follow because I have 5 cards and you only have 2 eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and we're going to go ahead and proceed with the trick. So now we have the 2 on the top. And if I go ahead and I take the 2 and I place it in the middle of the packet, it's not on the top, it's not on the bottom. When I place it in there, once again, it's going to be on the top. I know, super strange. But if I grab it again and I place it once again in the middle of the packet, not the top, not the bottom, if I snap, it jumps up to the top. And I know what you're thinking, Nom, that's totally unfair. And to that I would say, you would be right. I have 4 cards and you only have 2 eyes. So let me go ahead and take this out. We're going to do something a little bit different for the 3. So let's go ahead and do that. So if I go ahead and I take the 3 and I place it in between the 4 and the 5, and I close it up, and then I just shake the packet. I'm not snapping because that would make the 3 jump up to the top. That's not what I want to do. I mean, it's also not going to be that, I mean, it might be really impressive, I guess, but once I shook it, it's actually going to turn the 3 face down. I know, strange, but now if I turn the 4 and the 5 over, and I stick the 3 in between, and I give it a shake, that's going to change and make the 3 face up again. So I know what you're thinking. I still have 3 cards and you only have 2 eyes. So let me just go ahead and take one of those out. Now, so what we have left is our 4 and our 5. Six Psycho says, listen here, Magic Man. Alright, so here's the thing. If I go ahead and I take the 4, right? So the 4 is here. And I place it underneath the packet. Right there. If I snap, that'll bring the 4 back up to the top. I know, super strange, right? And on the bottom, there's still the 5. I know, super bizarre. And once again, if I just go ahead and I take the 4, and once again, and I place it underneath, you're still going to see the 4 is on the top and the 5 is on the bottom. Now, what if I take the 4 and I clearly place it on the... You know what, actually, this might be the best time to escalate. What if I just go ahead and I remove the 4 from the packet entirely? So now, there's only 1 card. No excuses now, because you should have more eyes than the number of cards in here. And if you were to guess that this is a 5, you'd be correct, except that it is not the 5 that you think it is, because it's a black 5 of clubs. And that, my friends, is my handling and performance of a trick called Too Many Cards. All right. Whew. Okay, let's see. So, for anybody who is in chat that is looking for more magic, we've got some magicians in the chat. So let me just go ahead and give some shout outs for Chan the Magic Man. If you're not following Chan, usually plays retro games and like word games, so like Wordle or Words on Stream. but on Mondays does Magic Mondays. So if you're interested, please give Chan a follow. And then also we've got Mike 2600. Doesn't normally stream Magic, but once in a while he will have. It used to be like once a month. I don't know what the cadence is now, but we'll have a stream called Sleight Night, and basically he is showing Magic to a bunch of viewers or friends right on stream. So feel free to give them a follow if you would like. I swear I will stream again. Yes, Mike says he will one day. Mike, I gave you a command finally. You remember in the past I typed in exclamation point Mike, and I thought in my mind that I had done it. I hadn't done it yet. So now it works. There you go. Otherwise, Mike is normally a DJ, so feel free to give him a follow. All right, let's see here. Oh yes, of course, and I do want to say that if you are not following, while we're here, let's give a shout outs for everybody. If you're not following my mod, Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens plays piano, a lot of popular music, VGM, originals, and is a composer, and he has composed a lot of his own originals. So if you go to stream, you can request any and all of them. Well, all of the 30 that he has listed. So. Yeah, alright, cool. I think that's all the shoutouts. Also, the queue is empty. If anybody would like to request any tricks, now would be a good time. Because the queue is empty. You wouldn't have to wait. FYI, hydrate check. If anybody would like to hydrate, feel free. I'd like to think I'm pretty good at the hydrating myself. I don't feel like I need a redeem to keep it, but yeah. Frolic Chris has redeemed a dad joke. So let's do a dad joke for Frolic Chris. Alright, let me see here. And then Charlie's Beats has also requested a trick as well. Thank you kindly for requesting those tricks, Sick Psycho and Charlie's Beats. And for the dad joke, let's see, what do I have? Alright, this is a little bit timely because for those of you who didn't know, I'm a relatively new dad, and my baby's like 20 months old. So, why did the baby cross the road? Because it just started crawling, and it could. I know, okay. So if you didn't like that one, that's okay. We'll give you another one. Similar. If what you wear now is called a onesie, baby, then when you start wearing separate shirt and pants, they should be called twosies. Yes, I know. Both dad related. Hey, thank you kindly for the badumts. Alright. See, Mike 2600 says, Bruce Servan created Devil's Elevator. Oh shit, I didn't know this. Yeah, so long story short, I had to do a little bit of research to find the name that originated the first plot. I think my handling is a slightly modified plot, or slightly modified, but the original plot and the basic way that it is presented is, yeah, I believe Bruce Servants. So, or I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, a lot of people who are in the magic world, they don't like sharing, like, names of tricks and magicians because we live in a world in which you can just look up a trick. But I'm of the firm belief that if you enjoy magic and you want it to still be magical, you're not going to look that stuff up. If you want to be a troll, then you're not going to come back. And then for those of you who want to perform, this will also help you because attributing magic to the correct creators, these are magicians that have put time and effort into creating tricks, and nobody knows their names except other magicians. So I hope to help dispel that, and I don't want to like verbally announce it, but there's no secrecy. It's going to be the creator is in my, if I know who it is. Sometimes there's unknown, but so there it is. Exactly, I love it being a mystery to me. Excellent, great. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind if people look up, and honestly, if people look it up because they're like, wow, I just have to know how that's done. They see it and then they really appreciate, wow, that's super difficult, or wow, how much do they have to remember in their head? Or, wow, he's so consistent at performing and not messing it up every time. Like, then that's great. I'm fine with that. Because there's not a lot of table talk around magic and magicians and, like, performance. And I think that's the thing that'll help get it like to be more acceptable to talk about magic like in a regular. Exactly. I love you. Jack got me last night. Man, yeah, that's what magicians will do to you. Yeah, Jack's got a lot of good stuff. I think so. He recently did one 2 or 3 streams ago that I'm thinking about pulling in. I'm not sure to my stream list, but definitely for my YouTube. And by the way, if anybody wants to just see more, because I don't stream that much, just once a week. But if anybody wants to check out a lot of stuff, I have a lot of material on YouTube. Go check out my YouTube. All right, Frolic Chris needs to go. All right. Well, thank you for raiding in, Chris. Thank you for bringing all of your friends and family over here. You have a glorious night, and please take care of yourself. And you have a glorious evening. So we'll talk to you later. And reminder, if anybody's not following Frolic Chris, please give Frolic Chris a follow. All right. So I have 4 aces for this trick called Aria. So anyway, if anybody missed it last stream, I showed off doing this trick with a comically gigantic deck of cards. I did highlight it, so feel free to check out my highlights later. But so I'm going to now do it with a regular deck of cards so I can feel normal about it. Because as far as I can tell, Charlie, you didn't redeem anything, right? Please tell me you didn't redeem anything. All right, cool. I don't think I see anything. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and, so 4 aces. I'm going to flip these aces face down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each one of these piles. Like so. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you that I'm going to take the ace, stick it into this packet, and then stick it somewhere, let's say near the bottom of the deck. I'm going to go ahead and take the ace, stick it into this packet, and place it maybe near the top of this packet. And that whole chunk is in there. I'm not holding any breaks. Some people might think I'm cheating. I mean, I'm a magician, so. We're going to take this ace, stick it in here, and we'll put it as close to the middle as we can get it. Like so, right there. And now for this last trick, or sorry, for this last pile, I'm going to go ahead and just pick this up and 1, 2, 3. And all of the aces have jumped back up to the top. You'll see that there's no other aces. I mean, they're also signed, so there's no possible way. And that, my friends, is Aria. Okay, excellent. Hey, welcome in, Lennon Piano. How's it going? How do you do, Lennon? Mike 2600 says, "Love that effect. Excellent. Have you performed this one before, Mike? Just curious." Witchcraft. I do assure everybody here that what I like to do is sleight of hand card magic. So, didn't sign any deals with the devil, no witchcraft, no black magic. I still have my soul, as far as I know. Yeah, just been practicing it since you showed me. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Haven't done it out in the world yet. Ooh, alrighty. Okay, cool. Well, good luck with that, Mike. Let me know if you need to workshop something. I don't think it's that difficult a trick to technically do, but the smoothness of doing everything else and talking, let me know. If you want a different presentation, I've brainstormed some. Candace K52. I still have my soul. Lol. Welcome in, Candace. How's it going? I always forgot to do ace assemblies at gigs. Oh yeah. Sometimes ace assemblies take too long, in my personal opinion. So sometimes I avoid them depending on like the amount of time I'm allotted. So. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to prep for Devil's Elevator because Charlie's Beats has requested the Devil's Elevator. So let's go ahead and get that started. Actually, I could conceivably do the setup on stream because there's nothing to hide here, right? So I'm just going to search for a bunch of 6s and 9s in red. And I'll tell you about that in a second. I'm sure Six Psycho will agree that that's perfectly fine. And then we need to find 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the same suit. I usually choose a contrasting color from this. So I think that'll work. Okay. All right. What would be okay with? Oh yeah. Choosing 6s and 9s to use because you have the 6psycho696 on your name, Twitch name. Okay. Let's see. Hi Gibson. Glad I'm finally catching one of these streams. I love to watch Magic. Oh, excellent. Candace, I'm glad you're here. So for anybody who is new here and doesn't know, hold on, I'll just introduce myself real quick. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's, and I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist to allow people to request tricks. So there's no music on my song list. It's all tricks, so it's my trick list. But if anybody would like to request one, feel free. Otherwise, if you don't know what to request, but you want to just request something, you can type in !random, and that should put something into the queue. So we're only a few tricks deep, so you shouldn't hit duplicates quite yet. But if you do, yay, winning the lottery. You should probably play the lottery. Okay, here we go. So this trick is called the Devil's Elevator. So first things first, we've got the 6s and 9s over here. Now, it doesn't really matter what I use over here, but I like to use the 6s and 9s because this trick is called the Devil's Elevator, so at certain angles it'll look like 666, right? And I'm using red because it's like fire down in hell. But that's a lot less important than what we're doing over here. So, okay, now what we have here are the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2 in clubs, and so what I'm going to do is leave the 4 red 6s and 9s over here, aside from the meme reasons I use 6 and 9. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place the clubs out here. So we'll put the 5 there, and then we're going to put the 4 over here, then we're going to put the 3 over here, and then we're going to put the 2 on the top of the pile here. Now, for this trick, I need you to envision that this packet is really representing the levels of hell. And when you're trapped down in hell, it's really tough to get out. So here's the thing. Let me go ahead and take the 2 and place it in the second level of hell. So this is how we're going to represent it. This is the top level of hell, second level, third, fourth, and the fifth. If I place the 2 here, now for those of you who didn't know, the world of hell isn't just a religious place. Hell is actually a business. And with all good businesses, they have a maintenance elevator. So if you ever find yourself down in hell, there is a way to get out. You've got to find the maintenance elevator, get up to the top level of hell, and that should be the easiest way to GTFO out of hell. So let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and tap the 2 in there in the second level of hell. Now when you're there, you'll see these buttons on the service elevator. And obviously you want to go and press the up button. So let me just go ahead and press the up button. And if you don't hear the ding, it doesn't work. But because we did hear the ding, it should work. Look at that. I know, interesting, right? Once again, I'm going to go ahead and take the 3 and I'm going to place that in the third level of hell. You can see why I use the 2 to 5. So you can remember. So first, second, third level of hell, push it in, close it up. You find the maintenance elevator, and you're going to press the up on the maintenance elevator. Hey, Charlie has hit the elevator button again, and look, we have now found that the 3 has jumped up to the top, and they can more easily escape hell. Now, some people believe that at this point, some of these cards have been intermixed, but if you take a look, those were all of the 6s and 9s, the red 6s and 9s that we were using all along. So now take the 4 and place it in the 4th level of hell. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close it up. You find and encounter the elevator. Press the up elevator button. Oh man, this time Chan got the ding. Thank you for the ding, Chan. And if we take a look, the 4 has jumped up to the top. Some people think that I have more than 4 6s and 9s here, but no. We've only got the 4 cards. If I cleanly put the 5 on the bottom, like so, and I close it up, we go ahead and press the up on the elevator button, And sometimes this takes a little bit longer because it is 5 levels of hell. You're going to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2, and then Charlie's Beats got the ding again. That will bring the 5 up to the top. And this, my friends, are all of the 6s and 9s that we've just been using the entire time. And that is the Devil's Elevator. Thank you kindly for the ding, Lennon. That's one hell of a trick. Mike 2600, you've not seen this one, or you've not familiar with it? Chan, thank you kindly for the applause. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats, and thank you for all the dings, everybody who gave dings, Chan and Charlie. Ding for what? For the devil. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens, just making a hell pun. Oh. Oh. Gotcha. I didn't get it until I read your comment, and then I felt like, oh, I'm an idiot. Dope. Thanks for that. Okay. Let's see. Snap change transpo as requested by Andrew War. First of all, welcome in, Andrew. Welcome in, Andrew War. How are you doing? Hopefully, you're doing well. Okay, let me see what I can do here, and I just want to make sure that everything is feeling good when I do this one, because it could be a little finicky. My dad joke whizzed right past a dad joke dad. Yeah. Oof. Doing well. Amazed as always. Excellent. Thank you for being here, Andrew. Yeah. How much dad could a dad joke dad if a dad joke could joke dad? Beats me. Okay. Give him time. He's a new dad. I don't know. 20 months. Some people would say that's not that new. But thanks for that, Charlie. That was good timing. Okay. All right, so this is a quick one. So it's not. So we have 2 cards here. I've got the 2 of clubs and the Jack of diamonds. Now, if I go ahead and I take the Jack of diamonds and I place it here, what if I told you I could swap the 2 of clubs with the Jack of diamonds? Would you believe that? Whether you believe it or not, let's just go ahead and do it. And believe it or not, if I go ahead and I grab this and I show you, it is actually indeed the 2 of clubs. And that, my friend, is a quick snap change transpo. Yeah, it's very quick. Very quick. So there we are. Hopefully you guys didn't blink. It was literally really fast. So let's see. Chan says, what? Andrew says, wild. Oh, actually, wait. I just realized that might not be as impressive because, hold on. You know what? Before I move on from this trick, let me just do it again, but with something. Let me do it with a signed card. Because you might have been thinking, oh, maybe there's duplicates or something. I assure you there's no duplicates there. But okay. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so look, we have a 5 of spades and a signed King of Hearts. So if I go ahead and I place the signed King of Hearts right there, and here we go. I was already impressed, but yeah, do it. Okay, great. All right, here we go. 5 of spades, King of Hearts. And is this a 5 of spades? Yes. I just realized the 5 of spades could have also been signed, but all right, I've already done it a second time, so there you go. Boom. Okay. Woo. I know. Hubris doing it a second time. Magician shouldn't do it a second time. Candace says, mind blown. Thank you kindly for the mind blown, Candace. Chan says, sorcerer. Oh, no. I like to think that if sorcerer is attributed to me, you actually pronounce it source error. I am a software engineer. I write code. Source error. Source code. Got it. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Let's see. Andrew says, wild. Listen here again, Magic Man. Whoa, badumts. Oh, thank you for the kindly for the badumts, Chan. That's right, that was kind of a dad joke, wasn't it? Let's see. Chan says, I know this trick, but this. Whoa. Awesome. Candace says, lol. Charlie's Beach got the lol. Excellent. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Okay. So, full disclosure, I was super tired today. I spent the entire weekend hanging out with my kid because my wife worked this entire weekend. So, I was soloing it for about, I don't know, 7 hours each day, I think. And then the time changed too. But I was, and like, I was seriously thinking about taking a nap about like an hour and a half ago. And I'm like, if I stream, I should feel better, right? And it's like, oh, I don't know. And then I waffle a little bit, and then I maybe dozed off on the couch. Shh, don't tell my wife. Because at that point she would just tell me, why don't you just go to bed? And I'm like, oh, well, I guess. My wife doesn't sound like that, by the way. I have way too deep a voice for. Lennon will be lurking. Gonna sleep and have class in the morning. Well, oh, thank you for stopping in, Lennon Piano. Oh, if we can get a shout out for Lennon Piano. By the way, if anybody wants to find more people who play piano, please give Lennon Piano a follow. We'll play VGM, practicing a bunch of friends, Twitch musician friends originals, and also plays retro games. So please give Lennon Piano a follow. But yeah, thank you for the stopping in and the well wishes of good stream. We'll see you around, Lennon. Oh, I'm sorry, Chan. There is a Triumph Squared that you have requested. All right, so we have something in the queue. All right. Okay, so I have a deck. This is the Twitch deck. Oh, if anybody's curious about what I mean by the Twitch deck, it's basically the deck that I just use for Twitch. I don't use it for anything else. And if anybody ends up supporting me at like a tier 1 sub or higher, or like a $5 tip in bits or whatever, you get to sign a card. And it's been kind of fun because if like you request a trick, I can try and use the card that you've signed. It's kind of like a consistent shout out to you if you're a streamer. So feel free to do that. But obviously nothing is required. I do this for fun and to keep my skills up. But like honestly, it revitalizes me. So okay, all right, here we go. We have 2 piles, and actually let me just double check and make sure the heat map's working. I did see it was working earlier, but we're going to need 2 cards selected. So in this first pile, let's have a card selected. If anybody is on desktop, you should be able to click directly. Oh, actually, my apologies, Six Psycho. I don't have a direct tip, so it's basically, yeah, bits or subs. So I saw this one first, and then I saw these ones next. Okay. So let's vote between these 3. So the one with the most heat maps on it will be the selection. And this doesn't have to be a secret from me. I can know what it is, but we'll want to keep track. So if anybody wants to type it in chat or something, feel free. Okay, so now I see these 2. Okay, oh, here we go. Boom. Man, unanimous. 3 people decided, hey, we're okay with this one. Okay, so these guys will not be the selection. So here's the selection. Selection is Ace of Diamonds. Wow, I'm really bad. And let me go ahead and eat these heat maps for a second. If you guys have not been here long enough to see me eat a heat map. Delicious heat map. Thank you kindly. So we're going to go ahead and leave the Ace of Diamonds face up in this packet. So that's what we're going to do. And now we're going to need another selection from this one. So if you missed selecting from that one, or if you want to select again, feel free. We're just going to go ahead and spread there. So we'll need a second selection here. Okay, so we got one-ish click like right here. I'll slide this down because it might be easier. I saw this one. Okay, and then we got this one. Okay. All right, so from those 3, let's either consolidate votes or maybe be more divisive. I don't know. Okay, we got 2 on this one over here. Oh, we got 2 on this one over here. We're changing it around. Okay, all right. I'm going to say this is probably the one. Oh, no, now it's 2 and 2. Okay, well, definitely not this one. Nobody wants this one. Okay, so who's going to be the tiebreaker? Somebody's got to be the tiebreaker. But let's see. For the time being, so currently we're performing the trick Triumph Squared. So, we got 3. We got 3 over here. Okay. Oh, no, somebody's swapping. We got 3 over here. Okay, we're going to stick with it. This is now the selection. Okay, got 3. All right, I'm going to eat the heat maps. Delicious heat maps. Okay, so we had the Ace of Diamonds for our first selection, and now for our second selection, 6 of Hearts. We're also going to keep that face up in this face down pile. Now, here's the thing. What we are going to do is do something completely strange and bizarre. I'm going to be turning this packet face up, and we're going to be shuffling face up into face down. And I know that's horrific, but if you ever find another trick with the word triumph in it, this is what you're in for. And so some magicians will try and do snarky things right now. I'm just going to do it very slowly and cleanly so you guys know I'm pushing them in together. I know, it pains me too. It pains me too. Okay, so let's go ahead and just give this a couple of cuts. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and let's get one more for good measure. Okay. And now, I'm going to use my hand's shadow. My shadow has not had a proper practice trick in a while. So I'm going to use the shadow to get over the deck. It's going to grab the deck. You can see it grabbing the deck. And it's going to do some dirty work in the deck. We call dirty work the stuff that we don't want lay people to see as magicians. And so I believe the shadow has done all of the dirty work that it needs to do. Because I believe all of the cards should now be facing in the same direction. I know, that's a very wild claim. But let me go ahead and just spread, and you guys will see that all the cards are now facing in the same direction, except for 2 conspicuously facing in the other direction. And if I show you what those 2 cards are, what were our 2 selections? I believe they were the Ace of Diamonds and the 6 of Hearts. Is that correct? Because look, there we are. And that, my friends, is Triumph Squared. Whoa, 6 Psycho, thank you kindly for the bits. Greatly appreciate it. Chan, thank you kindly for the bits. Thank you so much. Wow, awesome. 6 Psycho, if you would like, you are entitled. You may sign a card in the Twitch deck. I would say about a third of them have been taken. Most of the like high profile, like all the aces are taken, all the jokers are taken. But I guess if you want to sign one that's already been signed, but everybody has already chosen that they want to be on a separate one, so feel free to name one, or if you're one of the people who can click on the heat map, we'll see if it's empty, and then we'll sign it for you. And I'll sign it 6 Psycho 696. But thank you so much for the bits. I greatly appreciate it. So while we're here, feel free to get a stretch break in as well. 6 of Spades. Let me see. That is signed already. Let's see here. But yeah, remember to stretch. 4 of Spades. Okay, yeah, that one's empty. All right, cool. Just to confirm, 4 of Spades okay? Oh, 6 of Clubs? Let me see. Great question. Yes, 6 of Clubs have been taken. Let's see. Here, I'll spread a few more out just in case there's So I think 6s, like 7s tend to be popular because it's a lucky number. 6s are popular because, you know, 666 is devil-like, and let's see here. Give me a random 9. Okay. Actually, 6 of Hearts is open, strangely enough. 9 of Hearts is open. 9 of Spades is taken. 9 of Clubs is open. and 9 of diamonds. So literally all of the 9s except for the 9 of spades is open. I'll take 6 of hearts. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. Alright, this is starting to give me nervousness that it's all messy. I don't normally spread it like that. Like, but sometimes there's actually a couple of tricks that do use that, but I don't think they're really impressive for a stream. They're way more impressive in person. So, alright. 6 Psycho going to be signing the 6 of hearts. Thank you kindly for the bits. Okay, and I'm always extra careful now because I almost messed up on somebody's name in the past. So, C-K-O, C-K-O, 696. 696. Okay. There we are. We have our 6 of hearts signed by Sick Psycho 696. Thank you very much for the bits. Greatly appreciate it. And let me eat this heat map. Excellent. Okay. So, unfortunately, I can't do the invisible deck with this card, with this deck, because it requires me to use this other deck that has not been signed for anything else. But, Candace, gotta run. Have a magical night, everyone. Well, thank you kindly for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it, Candace. Have a glorious evening. Okay, we're going to be doing a trick called the invisible deck. 6 Psycho, would you like to participate in this trick? You've seen what I was going for, Chan the Magic Man. Yes, great. Okay, excellent. So, I have a deck here. And the reason why I needed it to be not the Twitch deck is I'm going to be sending it through the internet pipes for you. And it will appear on your side, but it's going to be invisible. Let me know when you receive it, 6 Psycho, and then I'll give you instructions on what to do with the invisible deck, and then we'll have you send it back to me here. Got it? Okay. So, here we go. I'm going to send it through the internet pipes. Okay. All right. I believe it's traveling. Let me know once you get the deck invisibly, 6 Psycho. I have it. All right, excellent. Now what I want you to do is open up the deck, take all of the cards out, and then spread the cards out. And make sure that you can see, if you could see an invisible deck, all of the faces of the cards. You might have to do it in your mind's eye because they're invisible. But I want you to select one of those cards, pull it out of the spread, turn it face down, and then put it back into the deck. And remember that card, and then close that back up. Put the deck back in the box, and then let me know when you're going to send it back through the internet pipes, and I will receive it right here. Sending it now. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me get ready for the. Do I diaper catch it? Here we go. There we go. Okay, we got it. Okay. So at this point, you have made a selection in which you took out an invisible card, turned it facing the opposite direction, put it back into the box, sent it back, and now here's the deck. Here's the deck. Okay. Now, I'm going to not change the camera. This will remain in full view of this camera the entire time until the trick is over. But 6 Psycho, what was the card that you had turned over? It's okay to let us know now. Let us know in chat. Let me know. That's okay. I'm not gonna. This is gonna stay here. So, the 3 of spades. The 3 of spades. Okay. All right. So, would you believe that this very deck right here, right now, if I just kind of fanned through it and I showed you that there's only one card facing in the opposite direction, would you believe that? Because look, if I go ahead and I fan through these cards, we have a card that's facing in the opposite direction, right? So what was your card again? The 3 of spades? Okay, I just want to show you really quick 3 of spades. 3 of spades. And that, my friends, is my handling and performance of a trick called the Invisible Deck. Thank you very much for participating, Six Psycho. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me just go ahead and read Six Psycho's responses here. If this works, I swear! How? Hopefully I got the emotion behind it. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens. Greatly appreciate it. As I said, I still have my soul. Don't lose any sleep tonight. It is all sleight of hand card magic. You very much got them right. Lies! Oh, man. C1NRB, thank you kindly for the applause. And welcome in, C1. How are you doing? You sold it long ago. If I did, man. All right. The trick list is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. And if not, let me see. I do have one I could potentially do in mind. I love this man. You are great. Oh, thank you kindly, Six Psycho. I greatly appreciate that. That means a lot. So I've not been into Magic for too long. So to get compliments like, "Oh man, this it's entertaining and this is awesome." So thank you very much. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be doing a trick that I sometimes mistake when somebody requests the invisible deck. I sometimes think of the invisible palm, but I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Invisible palm. And we will use the sixes, actually. So let's go ahead and do that, because you just signed one. Cashmere Feline, welcome in. What up, Nam and friends? I'm up, surprisingly. I was super tired. I was thinking about going to bed early, but instead I decided to stream. Here I am. How are you doing, Cashmere Feline? Hopefully you are doing well. I can say for one more, then I have to head out for some sleep. Oh, okay, all right. Tell you what, I'm going to do this one, and then we're going to go. All right, then you can go, and then, sorry. I will still stay here probably for at least another, I was thinking probably another hour or so. Okay, so we have let me introduce the sixes. So we've got the 6 of spades. We've got the 6 of diamonds. We have the 6 of clubs. And then we have the 6 of hearts, which is our newly signed 6 from Six Psycho. Let's turn that up the right way. Excellent. Cool. So, here is an interesting thing. So we've got our 4 sixes, and what I would like to do is do something interesting. I would like to kind of reveal to you that there's a secret magician move. You may have heard of it. It's called palming. Sometimes when I palm a card, you may not see that it's in my hand, but if I extend my fingers, you'll see that there's a card hidden there. But this technique is a little bit different than that, because I'm going to palm a card, but invisibly. See, I have the card in my hand right now, but actually, if I were to reveal it to you, it is currently empty. And actually, I don't want you to see it until I'm ready for you to see it, which means right now. And that's how the invisible palm works. Now, one of the rules of magic is you don't do the same trick twice. And we're going to break that rule right now. So look, if I was to actually palm the card, I could show you that it is actually there. But if I was to invisibly palm the card, it's actually invisible. And you won't be able to see it until I want you to see it right there. Now, look, we've got our 6 Psycho, 6 of hearts right here. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and palm this off of the top of the deck. So if I show you, hand is empty, here's the deck, and we're going to go ahead and palm that. It's invisible, it's still there, you just can't see it. But if I want you to see it, I can reveal it at any time when I'm ready. Now here's the thing, you may have realized that I did shenanigans with the sixes to make it look like they were moving around invisibly, but I'm just going to turn those sixes upside down on each one of these cards, because now these are all the nines. And that, my friends, is Invisible Palm. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And we'll change it back for 6 Psycho before he leaves. There you go. Boom. I see that it is worth selling it, honestly. Thank you kindly for the claps, Obi-Wan. And thank you kindly for the compliment, 6 Psycho. By the way, hello Obi-Wan, how's it going? Welcome in. How's it going? 6 Psycho, thank you kindly for the applause. Greatly appreciate it. If you're heading out, 6 Psycho, have a glorious evening. Get some good rest. Hopefully you'll see you back here sometime. Although if you're going to be lurking, hopefully you enjoy the rest of the tricks. So, let's see. Kashmir, why sleep when one can stream? That's my motto. Yeah, you know? I would think that if I had discovered Twitch streaming when I was a little bit younger, or just like before I had a baby, it probably would have been way worse for me, because I'd probably be streaming all the time. I've actually had to recently make some concessions. I'm like, I need to do some things. There's no time. And then I realized I'm probably spending a little bit too much time on Twitch. So I've had to rearrange some things so I can get some things accomplished. Like my YouTube channel, I was a little bit backed up. I said it was probably a little bit because of me being sick, which is partially true, but it's probably because also I'm just hanging out on Twitch. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with Twitch. I love Twitch. I love hanging out on Twitch. I love making friends. I love hanging out with you guys, but sometimes I just have to do some stuff. So hopefully nobody's offended. I love you all. Let's see. Cool. Oh, I just wanted to stop by and say between rides here at Disneyland. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for stopping in, Kashmir. Enjoy rides at Disneyland. Still at Disneyland. Lol. We're going hard. Oh, yeah, I totally believe that. Disney will let you go hard. Let's see. Obi-Wan's doing good. Excellent. Thank you for the great night. Much love to all. Thank you, 6 Psycho. I think it would have been great if I had Twitch streaming 20 years ago. Yeah, I don't know if that would have been good for me. 20 years, I would have been right out of high school, getting into college. So I don't know. For me, it might have been not that great because I needed to focus on my college stuff. So the worst class I ever did anything in was like a D minus, and I had to make that class up. And there was another class that I got really close to getting another D, and they wouldn't have counted for my program. So if I had something like Twitch, I probably wouldn't have passed those classes. Oh, by the way, the queue is empty, so if anybody would like to request something, feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to catch up on chat, and then we'll blabber on about whatevs. And if there's something anybody wants to talk about, let me know, and we'll talk about that too. But yeah, see, Kashmir. Chris says hi. Hello, Chris M. Oh, actually, yeah, while we're here, if we can get Kashmir Feline a shout out. For anybody who doesn't know, Kashmir Feline does productivity streams. So you go, then there's a Pomodoro timer, and you try and get as much work done in the timer, and then you take a short break. I believe in Kashmir Feline's streams, the break will sometimes vary depending on who's in stream, how much fun they're having, how mentally drained they were from the last work session. So it's fun. It's pretty flexible, and but it's so there's this new term that I don't like, but it's called body doubling, and that's kind of what it feels like when you're on co-working streams. So I've actually found not just Cashmere Feeling, but a few other productivity streamers as well, and so they're kind of, sometimes I find that it's actually comforting to just see somebody else working while I'm working and doing something else, so it helps. Let's see. Let's see. Someone said find 50% of things that you could do, you could stop doing, then stop doing them, and you have 50% of your time back. Yeah, well, that's true. So some of the things I can't, like I have work that takes up a bunch of time. I have a baby and childcare that takes up a bunch of other time, and then like the other remaining things are somewhat mandatory, like cooking for the family. I'm the cook in my household, and then taking care of like bills and finances and things. Like I'm also I don't know how you would, the bookkeeper, I guess. Between me and my wife, I'm the bookkeeper. So the other things I had to take were just like all my recreational things. I just have to shift time around. And excellent. We got a random trick called Overture. Oh, that one's a short one, so we can totally do that. And then let's see. Yeah, you're welcome, Kashmir. And if you stop doing 100% of the things you do, you have 100% of your time back. I mean, that is true. You're not wrong, Obi-Wan. That is. I cannot refute your percentages. Those statistics are very clear. Hashtag blame Nam. Okay. Yeah, maybe so many things we cannot stop doing. Yep. Breathing, eating, and as we know, anybody who's a parent that has babies, peeing, pooping. Yeah. Okay, we're going to get back to it. Hope you have a great rest of the stream, Nam. Thank you very much, Cashmere Feline. Good to see you, Gibson Lands, and other friends. Enjoy the rides. Okay. So, let's see. We're going to be overturing it for Obi-Wan. Let's see. I found 2 black 8s, so let's start with those. And then 2 face cards. Let's go with 2 jacks. Okay, let's do that way. Alright, so this is also a short trick, but that's okay. Hopefully it's fun and entertaining. So we have, and you guys saw me take them out of the deck, but we have 2 black spot cards, the black 8s, and we have 2 red jacks, face cards. So no way you can mix them up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these red jacks face down, and I'm going to put these 2 black 8s face up in between. Now if I was to just reverse count these, we'll be in the same state in which the black 8s are face up in between the 2 face down red jacks. But if I was to do something like have a magical shake in between, would you now believe that the black 8s are face down on the outside and the red jacks are face up on the inside? Because look. And all I did was that magical shake. I know. Super strange. And that is Overture, my friends. I know, that's super short. I kind of almost feel bad, but you know what? Maybe last time you thought I was doing some weird shenanigans, and I had started with these face down and the 8s were face up. Let's go ahead and start with the 8s. Turn those face down. Red jacks in the middle, face up. If I just reverse count them, same state, right? But now, if I just go ahead and reverse count them, but if there's a shake in between, that changes everything, because now, there we go. Haha, breaking the rules all over tonight. Doing the same trick twice, multiple times. Alright, there we go. And that was Overture. Thank you kindly for the request, Obi-Wan. Twice as good, excellent. Also, if we can get a shout out for our friend Obi-Wan. Musician, guitar, also coder, so feel free to give Obi-Wan a follow. 2 for the price of 1, excellent. I mean, considering the price is 0, I mean, I guess you have to be a follower, so the price is you had to click on the follow button. It's perfect, you know, I feel like it's very reasonable price. Okay, trick queue is open once again. If anybody would like to request one, feel free. If not, I do have one of the other new ones I would like to perform as well. So we could also do that. And let me see, I don't want to mess this up because this is a very touchy one if it is messed up. So let me go ahead and Magician's choice on this one. Okay. Woo. So I feel like I've been slacking in the magic realm, or at least I had up until last week. But I've been learning a bunch of tricks the past week and a half or so compared to like my rate, like the last 3 months. Part of it is because I was like, oh, I really want to, learn more tricks, and I was like, I should just learn them. So I don't know. That's the other thing is there has been some new excitement for this new deck of cards that I got. So for anybody who does not know, one of my favorite magicians is named Harapan Ong, and he put out a new deck of cards under the Harapan Magic brand of playing cards. And these are the ones that have this back. You did see me use them earlier for the center of attention trick, but that's what these cards are. So it's very nice. But we'll be using them again because I think it's a great homage to use the deck of cards that the creator put out for the trick that the creator created. Okay. So this trick is actually not so much a trick as it is a puzzle. So it's a 4-card puzzle. I'm going to go ahead and show 3 of the cards out of this 4-card pile. And hopefully you can use these 3 cards to determine what the 4th card is. So here we have Ace of Clubs, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds, Ace of Hearts. What card would you guess that the face down card is? I think a lot of people would guess Ace of Spades, and Obi-Wan has just guessed that very exact thing. And you know what? You may or may not be correct, because if I go ahead and I just flip this card over, you'll see that there's the Ace of Spades. But here's the thing. There's not that many people who would get this puzzle correct, because I don't know why anybody would guess the Ace of Spades when the clues were the 7 of Spades and the 10 of Diamonds and the 3 of Hearts. I don't know why anybody would guess that. I also don't know why anybody would even see the Ace of Spades at all, because if you actually look very closely, that Ace of Spades is not really an Ace of Spades. It's actually a Jack of Clubs. And that, my friends, is the 4-card puzzle. Something still very new, also off menu. Just learned it pretty recently. Obi-Wan says, huh? Checking the gaff meter. Thank you kindly for the applause. How are you doing checking the gaff meter? Oh, checking the gaff meter. You were able to see the off menu trick? Hopefully you saw that. That was pretty interesting, right? Super weird. Don't know why anybody would guess the Ace of Spades amongst the 10 of Diamonds, 3 of Hearts, 7 of Spades, Jack of Clubs. Why would there even be any aces? I don't know. All right. Very well. Thank you. And you hope you are as doing. Hope you are as well. I'm bad at reading English right now. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I guess by comparison, the last few weeks I've been sick, and so today I'm not as sick. So that's great news. And feeling pretty decent. The worst part is the time change. So I was always a proponent of standard time. I know there's a lot of people who are proponents of daylight saving time, but I myself. Yay, not as sick. Yeah, yay for not being as sick. And then boo for we can't decide which time zone to be in. And that we still have to do this. The only reason why we're doing it is because it's in the U.S. law, and states haven't opted. I guess the only state that's really opted out is Arizona. But anyway, so Arizona got it right. They opted out. I'm Team Standard Time. You are not alone. Oh, thank you. Yes, my people. Team Standard Time. Yeah. Okay. I was in So if anybody knows Han Patahati, I was in his stream, and I think we rated in from Hutch MD's stream, but I was in Han's stream, and we were telling him, "Oh yeah, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well." And Hutch says, "Terrible. Something terrible has happened." And Han was like, "Yo, what happened?" Like, really genuinely. But I know that Hutch was just referring to daylight saving transition, and we just lost an hour, and so we had to explain. So in the chat for like 5 minutes, we were talking about the complications of how stupid the time changes. So we have tried daylight saving, and we voted not to have it anymore. Yes. See, I think that's what most countries have done. I think the only countries that are still doing it are like the countries in North America, and then there's a bunch in Europe, and that's basically it, from what I know/remember. And for anybody who cares, we originally United States put it in originally because of wartime, because for having an extra hour of daylight, that's potentially fuel and energy that was conserved for the war effort. But this was like, a long time ago. So you would have thought that at least we can agree that moving back and forth is stupid. So I'd be more happy with just picking one than going to the one that I don't want. But like, at least just stop, or at least just stop making me lose an hour. How about this? I propose every month we add an hour twice. So that would mean every every 2 weeks you add an hour, and then by the time you get around the entire year, you've gotten one extra day, and you've only gained the hour. Like, you've only gained time. You haven't lost anything. So there we go. Boom. Checking the gap meter, like lol. All right. The queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Otherwise, I can just babble on about time zones and shenanigans. You need to run this. You need to run on this platform. Oh man, full disclosure, I do not want to run for any political office at all. Gibson Len says, yes, it seems like a problem when so many complain about it and still nothing is done. Yes, yeah, right. So stupid. Obi-Wan says, in Perth, summer is very hot. Getting home earlier means we have to run the air conditioner at home versus stay in air conditioner at work. Ah, right. That would be a big deal. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sure people would vote for this, and I don't think I could justify going into office purely on this one issue, because I basically would want to do this one issue and nothing else, and then everybody would hate me because I wouldn't give any other issue light of day. And I also don't want to be in politics, honestly. See, I feel like right now in the world there's two kinds of politics. There's the politics that I've always hated, which is like kind of like this thing that we're talking now. And then there's the politics that's happening because there's a war happening in Ukraine. And like, that's a different kind of politics. And so I read a lot about the other politics, the one that is, affecting lives in which they live or die, and not so much the, do we get an hour or lose an hour? Because we can't even decide. Like, anyway. Okay, we have a request from checking the gaff meter. Normally we do this trick with jacks, but because checking the gaff meter has requested it, we will use the queens as an easy substitution. Okay, let me see here. How do I want to do this? Very carefully. But yeah, so I don't know. Politics. Somebody has told me in my past, that if I ran for president, they would vote for me. And I'm like, that's cool. And you know, I don't want to be president. That's not something I ever want for myself. All right, I'm gonna step away from the politics discussion. I'm sorry if this has led down a road of something else. Welcome in, Ice Flame X. How's it going? Hello, just stopping by to say hi before I go to sleep. Well, thank you for stopping in. You were just in time to see a trick as requested by checking the gaff meter. So we will go ahead and get that started. This is called Birds of a Feather. So first things first, we've got the 4 queens. So let me introduce you to them. We've got Queen of Diamonds. We've got the Queen of Clubs. We've got the Queen of Hearts. And then, of course, our Queen of Spades signed by checking the gaff meter. Okay. If you were here, I would ask you to cut this deck about 3/4 of the way down, like so. And then I could ask you then again to cut this packet 2/3 of the way down, like so. Doesn't have to be perfect, just a rough estimate would be fine. And then this last one, I would have you cut half, and then place that off to the side. Now, what we want to do is we want to mark each one of these spots that was cut with a queen. So if we go ahead and do that, that's 1 queen. And then we're going to go ahead and mark this other one with another queen. And we'll mark this one with another queen. And then we're going to go ahead and mark this last one with the final queen. Now, I'm going to do something very magical with this Sharpie, because, you know, Sharpies are magical. It's not because they are convenient and they're permanent and they dry quickly. None of that practical stuff. It's because Sharpies are magical. That's why magicians carry them around. So if I go ahead and touch the Sharpie, actually, whoa, direction, oh, I almost made that mistake there. Direction matters. Okay, so I want the queen to jump from this pile down here. So the directionality matters. Here we go. That queen is traveling through the Sharpie here, and then finally this last one is traveling here. So, would you now believe that all 4 queens are right here? Whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter. I'm going to show them. There's the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades, Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Clubs. I know, right? Now, what are the odds that you cut, and you know, you could have adjusted your cut if you were here, you know, by a few cards, up, down, a little bit different. Nope, would not have believed that. Well, you cut to an Ace of Diamonds. I know, not very significant in and of itself, although we did see the Ace of Diamonds a lot in a bunch of tricks tonight. But now it's a little bit more significant. We've got an Ace of Clubs. That's signed by our illustrious mod, Gibson Lens. We have another Ace, Ace of Hearts, and then finally we have the Ace of Spades. That is mind-blowingly unlikely. So go and play the lottery. Go and play the lottery, checking the gaff meter. Full disclosure, don't play the lottery if you don't want. I'm a fan of responsible gambling, or not, if responsible finances. I'll watch this trick. All right, excellent. Hopefully you watched that Ice Flame X. Hopefully you enjoyed. Checking the gaff meter. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, and Chan, thank you for the OMG. That was a continuation of the previous trick. It was the Ace of Spade. I know, it totally wants to be part of the trick. Again, it always wants to be there. It just is. Checking the gaff meter says, whoa! But yeah, Obi-Wan's got it. Obi-Wan. If I ever need to come up with more stories for my tricks and how to connect them all together, we'll chat. Whoa! Oh, thank you kindly for the bits, checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. Man, every time I hear that, I love that because it's like, ah! Like I have to freeze, just like if anybody's ever played Metal Gear Solid. It's oh man, thank you very much. Whew. Oh man, checking the gaff meter. Lol, thank you. Thanks very much. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. So, once again, trick queue is empty. Feel free to request if anybody would like to request. That was Ice Flame X says that was awesome. I always like watching your tricks, but you're always streaming when I'm about to go to bed. Lol. Yeah, I'm sorry. I totally understand. Like most other days in which I would want to stream, I'm feeling too tired, and I don't want to perform when I'm tired because I know I'll mess up and other things. Like that's mostly during the week, and then so I also have to kind of go to bed early-ish. I also signed myself up to be a mod in a couple other channels. I know I'm not really like obligated to be an active mod, but like I like being over there. And honestly, it's like there's some channels where it's like I'll participate more being a mod than others. But there's some of the other nights, and then there's other nights where I'm like I just have to do YouTube stuff. So it's like I could stream tonight, but no, I really should record tricks for YouTube. So then I do that instead. So Sunday night's kind of like the best night for me because I'm not tired. There's really nothing else in contention, and I have a chunk of time. Like having a baby gives like the chunk of time thing very difficult. That's why. So, but anyway, thank you for stopping in, Ice Flame X, and perhaps maybe in the future, when my baby gets a little bit older or things move around, I can have another day where I stream or I move it around or something. But if not, I greatly appreciate and enjoy you just letting me know that you are interested and like seeing my stuff. So thanks very much. And so if you're going to go to bed, have a great evening, sleep well, take care, and hope we'll see you back at some point. And if not, you can always watch my stuff. My VODs are up, and my YouTube has tons of stuff. So, cool. Let's see. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something before I responded to the comment. For my YouTube channel, I had been doing shorts for a little bit, so there was this push from YouTube for everybody to make shorts, and they were going to monetize them differently, so that hopefully you'll make a lot more money. And just to give you guys a scale of the videos in which I make, my tricks will usually get somewhere between like 10 and 30 views in like a week. And when I do a short, it will get like over 1,000 views. And I know deep down inside, that's not people who want to see my videos. That's like the algorithm serving it up. And the comments that I've been getting on my shorts, really terrible. Not like terrible bad. Ice Flame X, have a good rest of the stream, everyone. Yeah, thank you very much, Ice Flame X. Ice Flame X, have a good night. Oh, actually, if we can get a shout out for Ice Flame X, musician, and hopefully that's going well. Ice Flame X. That's what I've heard Chris say about his YouTube shorts. Yeah. So. Yeah, so I don't like how Shorts shows it to people that, I guess if I wanted exposure, that would be the way to do it. But I kind of don't want that. Like, now, I put 5 shorts. I recorded 6, but then one ended up I trashed because I was like, I need to redo this one. And then after I saw the first few, I'm like, maybe I don't need to do them. Obi-Wan says, people don't look for shorts. The algorithm serves them up for you. Yes, exactly. So I've decided I don't want to do YouTube Shorts anymore. So I've stopped doing Shorts, and I've reverted back to doing my videos, my magic videos, once a week instead of Shorts. So that's what we're doing now. And we're back to it. So I have a few tricks that I've recorded. Okay, hold on. I hear my baby crying. Let me just double check that she's okay. We're at the point in which we try and let her settle back down by herself. So I'm not going to interrupt yet. But let's see. Don't stop doing shorts because short takes people to your main channel. Yes, I know. Quick explanation for everybody else. I have a baby. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing my regular videos because at the end of the day, Gibson Lens, thank you very much for the resub. I really appreciate it. Oh man, thank you so much. So everybody, if you didn't know, Gibson Lens has been one of the OG like supporters of my channel. Like he was here literally my first stream, which was like a tech test. I did end up doing some magic and I didn't have like song lists set up yet, I think. Or no, did I? I don't even remember anymore. Definitely didn't have chat up like on my side, in which I can reach my arms around chat and like hug chat like this. Um, but yeah, thanks so much for the resub, Gibson. Oh yeah, so YouTube Shorts. Yeah, so I've just decided what I want out of my YouTube channel is I want it to be a library. Wait, Chang Gaffney says he was there when you stopped just fiddling with cards. I mean, yes, yeah. The moment in which I stopped fiddling with cards, that was when Gibson Lens was there. So, man, memories. Oh yeah, so my YouTube, I want to be like a library of tricks. So I want people to find one of my tricks, whether they're a magician or something, and they can totally see like all my other tricks and see them and refer to it as like a reference. And I don't need it to make money. I have a job. I am a software engineer with benefits. I'm not a content creator without benefits. I don't have a side hustle. That's not currently what I have. And in the time of pandemic and like COVID and having a baby, I mean, I kind of want health insurance. So um, that kind of stuff. But all right, cool. So it is midnight. My baby is settled down, so that's good. I don't have to leave, but I'm probably thinking about heading out soon anyway because I've got to get some real sleep tonight. So I forget. Did I give myself a last call? Yes. Okay, I did give myself a last call. So let's say last call, and then if anybody wants to request anything, feel free. Otherwise, I will do my usual finale, 1 or 2 tricks as finale. Actually, there is this one that I could also potentially do. I might mess it up. No, actually, I'm not going to do it because... But there's this other one that I've been reworking. Your midnight is exactly my noontime. Obi-Wan, that would have been incorrect last week, or, literally yesterday, but because we had the time change, so now we will line up exactly because we just shifted by an hour. So, okay. Oh, Charlie's Beats has requested something. Okay, cool. So we'll do that. We'll do, you know what? Maybe I can do this one as a finale then. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make this 4 burglars performance done with the 5s, because I know Charlie's Beats has signed a 5 of hearts. Okay. So look, we have 4 5s. I know that's going to be confusing. And the 4 5s are going to be our burglars. And the burglars are going to rob the bank, going to be represented by the deck. But first, they all have to meet up with each other. So let me introduce you to them. We have the 5 of clubs. We have the 5 of diamonds. We have the 5 of spades. And of course, our ringleader, Charlie's Beats, 5 of hearts. Now, each one of these 5s has a different role, and they're going to steal different things in the bank. So if I go ahead and take this first 5, Charlie's Beats is the ringleader, so he'll tell them, go steal money from the vault. Go steal money from the cash registers. Go rob all of the safety deposit boxes. And then Charlie is going to remain on the top of the bank, being the lookout. But wait, what if the police come for him? Well, Charlie sees the police and says, hey, everybody, we need to get out of here. So they're all going to run up to the roof, and they're going to go ahead and gather together and get away in their helicopter. That, my friends, is The Four Burglars, starring Charlie's Beats. Oh my god, whoa! An anonymous gifter is gifting 6 subs to let's see, who got them? Maggie Miller, Diamond Club 816, Miss Mush, Orchestra Music, Ice Flame X, 4 Loris. Wow, thank you very much. Thank you so much, an anonymous gifter. Obi-Wan, was it you? Because you are laughing. You didn't have to be anonymous if it was you, but if it's not you, please let me know so that I can, I guess, give credit to anonymous properly. Well, thank you very much, anonymous. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much for the gift subs, and thank you for hitting. Yeah, there's a bunch of regulars in there, and I know, and a couple new people. So I'm not anonymous. Gibson has the Pog. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, an anonymous gifter. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so now the important question is, do I have a card signed by an anonymous gifter? So I think this is the first time anybody has gifted anonymously. So should I do that? Should I just pick one and sign it anonymous gifter? And then also, let me put in my magician's choice. Jinjin TV unlurks. Jinjin, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? We're currently trying to determine if I should sign a card for an anonymous gifter because we just received some gifts subs. Just so we can, appreciate an anonymous gifter. I guess by that corollary, everyone who is anonymously gifting will always be this card from now on. So, all right, what cards are unpopular to sign? I think clearly we discussed earlier 9s are unpopular to sign. Maybe 10s. Yeah. Oh, actually, nobody has ever signed a 10, right? Okay. So let's have a 10 signed for anonymous gifter. Which one? I think let's have the 10 of hearts because that's how much love I have for anonymously gifting subs in my channel. How's that? So, all right. And I'm just going to have to probably draw over. All right. And I'll put in parentheses so you know it is generic. N anonymous gifter. Okay. All right. For all other anonymous gifters in the future, this will be the card that is used to appreciate you. The 10 of hearts. So many hearts. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Cool. Jinjin TV. Oh yeah, if we can get a shout out for Jinjin TV. Welcome in, Jinjin. How are you doing? Gibson Lens. Stop lurking. Where are you? 10 hearts. Yeah. 10 hearts for anonymous. Okay, so I was going to do another trick, and we did do last call, but Jinjin just got here, and I feel like I should do something with this 10 of hearts. So let me do a wait, man, I was about to really butcher the word random. Coin matrix. All right, I guess we can do that. And I can use the 4 10s. That will be perfect. Oh, did I shove 110 in here? Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'm going to do the coin matrix, and then, yeah, so once again, last call, if anybody wants to request anything. I'm thinking about wrapping up soon. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So here we have, oh, let me swap the order. Coin matrix. Oh, excellent. We got Picasso's Aces as well from Andrew War. Cool. You know, that's actually one of my normal usual closers, so maybe I'll perform that one as the actual closer. All right. So, coin matrix. So we have quarters. If you had 4 quarters, I could perform this with those as well. And then we have our 4 tens that I'll be using to do the trick. And anonymous gifter will be one of the... I'll do it face up. Normally I do it with the cards face down, but I don't think that actually... It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to cover each quarter with a card. And we're going to go ahead and... Let's actually turn that so you can read an anonymous gifter. Excellent. So look, what if I go ahead and I teleport this quarter from here to there? Because it's going to happen pretty quick, like that. And same thing from here to there, like that. And then finally the last one. There we are, and that, my friends, is the basic coin matrix. Thank you very much to an anonymous gifter for the gift subs. Hopefully you were there and appreciate it. That is actually one of the few non-card tricks. I mean, I guess I used cards in that, but it's really a coin trick. Obi-Wan says, "How!" Thank you kindly for the claps, Jinjin and Gibson Lens. Crazy. Jinjin says, "Crazy busy, settled down in new house." Oh man, congratulations on settling in a new house. Moving is not easy. I don't like moving, so I've decided if I can just stay in this house for most of the rest of my life, I'm basically staying in this house. So, and thank you kindly for the claps, checking the gaff meter. Okay. Okay, so this next trick is off menu, and I had gotten a performance of it together for my YouTube. I did it once, I re-recorded it, and it'll be airing, I don't know, in the next 3 weeks or so. But I'm going to perform it like I would as though, you know, like I don't know what's going on. So hopefully it'll be more mysterious. Oh, this trick is called Pink Floyd, so if anybody is curious. Hey guys, I found this strange thing. So there's these 4 cards here, and there was a note with these cards. Let me just see what this note's all about. To whom it may concern, these 4 jokers, okay, so the implication is that these are jokers, are haunted. A word of warning, do not place these jokers back to back. Huh, okay. Interesting. So, alright. So what happens? So the backs are blue, and we have 4 jokers, as claimed. That'd be correct. So the thing was, it said not to place them back to back. So what if I was to go ahead and turn this back to back? What's going to happen? Oh, it changed to be red. How about this one? Oh, this one didn't change to be red. That one changed to be red, though. Okay, that's strange. That's bizarre. So that's what haunted jokers do, huh? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, here's a joker that's back to back with some of these other jokers. And, ooh, it has turned red again. Okay, this is the same situation. Okay. Alright. Bizarre. Let me go ahead and just... And then, so, hold on, we still have... Okay, 2 blue cards. 2 jokers. Okay, so there's only 2 cards left. Now, what if I was to, you know what? Let's do a controlled experiment. What if I was to place them face to face would anything different happen? So I'm going to go ahead and place them face to face, like so. I don't know if I need to shake them or anything. Okay, nope, nothing has happened. Everything looks the same. Okay, let's place them back to back now. So if I place it back to back here, like so. Aha, that's turned red. How about this one? Oh, this one also turned red. Interesting. So now, what do I do with like 4 red-backed jokers? Well, what if I put the two... What if I put red back to red back again? Like that. I think it might change it to be blue-backed. So here's all 4 jokers. And all 4 jokers are blue-backed. And that is my handling and performance of a trick called Pink Floyd. So, whew! Alright, I'm happy to say I think I did that one very acceptably. So this is one of the ones I've been trying to re-practice and get right. So I think that worked really well. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens. Junjin says, wait, so... Thank you kindly for the claps. And Obi-Wan, thank you kindly for the for the dancing ficta for the Oscar. Clap, clap, and well played, well played. Thank you kindly. So I'm thinking about bringing that one to my trick list because I really liked it when I did it. I just wanted to work out all the kinks and re-practice, so I've been doing that for the past week, and so that one I think is solid now. Thank you kindly for the claps, checking the gaff meter. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. So translation, yes, yes, clap, clap, well played, well played. Excellent. I got it. We got there. Okay, so I guess with that, let's just we've been in last call for a little bit, and we saw a couple tricks added. So let's just go ahead and close the queue now. And we will make Picasso Aces the last trick, unless I mess it up, in which case I don't like ending on a trick in which I mess up, so I'll do another one. But yeah, Picasso Aces is one of my favorite tricks. And I love performing it. It's a wonderful effect. So for anybody who is kind of interested, we magicians will call a trick the magical thing that I talk English good. Huh? I'm Asian. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Now, the thing that we call the magical part of a trick, we call it the effect. So that's the magical effect. And then how we achieve the magical effect, that's called the method. So the method by which we achieve the magical effect. Okay. All right. So, all right, before we wrap up and do this last trick, let me just thank everybody. Thank you so much to everybody who helped support the stream today. Anybody who gave a gift sub, who resubbed, who gave me bits, who just appreciates everything. And thank you so much for anybody who did sound alerts with bits too. Thank you. I should probably work on my winking. Thank you so much to everybody who has come to watch. I know it's kind of like a weird Sunday. We time traveled, which is super exhausting. I'm tired. Everybody else is probably tired. So everybody, be careful. If you experience a time change this week, just be careful driving. Just watch out if it's too bright or it's too dark. Just be extra careful no matter where you're going. Thank you everybody who's decided to stop by and interact with stream and hang out, whether you chatted, you clicked on the heat map, you requested a trick, you gave me a card in chat, any of those things. Thank you very much. Even if you lurked, thank you very much for lurking, because if I was just here by myself, I would just be fiddling with cards, as I say. the magic happens in your mind. So, and then also thank you to my mod Gibson Lens. Thank you very much for helping me out tonight. If you have not given Gibson Lens a follow, please give Gibson Lens a follow. So yeah, please give Bert a follow. FYI, when I say Bert, Gibson Lens's name is Bert, so it's not like I made up a name for him or something. That'd be weird. It's like, Gibson Lens, your name is now Alfred. Like, that'd be bizarre. So yeah, please give Gibson Lens a follow. And then yeah, that's it. So I appreciate everybody being here, and yeah. Shinjin says, no follow, Gibson Lens, I'm going to hunt you down. Lol. Alright, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I'll leave that in chat. Okay, cool. Anyway, I normally try and stream Sunday nights, so if anybody wants to see me, just following me is probably the best. And if I don't stream, I end up putting a chat update in my channel. I don't have a Discord or anything, so unless you see me in somebody else's Discord, and honestly, I'm not really great at following everybody else's Discord either. So, yeah, that's that. And if you want to see magic and I'm not here, I have all my VODs up, and my YouTube has everything else. So, all right, here we go. Into the last trick, Picasso Aces. So, I have all the aces here and a deck. Now, I want you to see that this is a blue back deck, and these aces did not come from this deck. Make no mistake. These aces are red backed. So, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, red backed, Ace of Diamonds, and Ace of Spades. So, now the thing is, with these 4 aces, what we're going to do is something called an ace assembly. So an ace assembly is a plot in card magic in which we are going to try and make all of the aces come together, and usually they'll come together to be where the ace of spades is. So if I go ahead and I place all of these aces out, the ace of spades will be up there. Let me make sure that's all on camera. Okay, great. All right, yeah. So recently my daughter was playing around on this table and shifted a bunch of stuff, so it's not actually exactly where I want it to be. Okay, so now we're going to be placing 3 cards on each one of these piles. So let's go ahead and do that now. And what we're going to do is hopefully, magically, move all of these red-backed aces together in one pile. So, first things first, we have our ace here. If I go ahead and I grab it and I drop it, you'll see now that there's 4 blue-backed cards here. And none of these are aces. Because if we take a look, so before we only had 1, it was the red ace of spades, but now you'll see, so here's a blue, a red, and a blue, so there's 2 and 2. And now if we go here, you'll still see that there's our ace, and if I go ahead and grab that red card magically and drop it here, there's all blue back cards here now, and none of them are aces. And before we had 2 and 2, but now you'll see that there is actually 1 blue and 3 red cards. Interesting. So 2 of those aces have jumped up there. And now we have our final pile. So we have our red-backed ace of diamonds. Now if I stick it in here, you'll see it right there because you'll see it at the back. And then on the front, you'll still see it there, right? But if I close it up and I grab that ace and I drop it over here, you're actually going to see that all of these aces are now blue-backed. And actually, all of them, none of them have aces on their faces. And if we go through this pile now, all 4 of these are red-backed aces because they are the ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, and ace of hearts. And that, my friend, is my handling and performance of a trick called Picasso Aces. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. And that is a wrap. Yeah, rest in peace, Max Maven. If anybody did not know, Max Maven created this trick, and it's one of my favorite tricks, and it is brilliant, and I love it. So I oftentimes like to use it as a closer for stream. So there's that, like one other trick that I normally use as a closer. Andrew War says, "Jeez, oh man." Andrew War, hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you for the request. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Jinjin, thank you for the claps. Jinjin, Gibson Lens, thank you for the claps. Chan the Magic Man. Jinjin TV says, must have something hiding under the table. Why? How? I will assure you that I don't have anything under the table for this trick. This is on the table only. Thank you kindly for the Doritos, checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, and with that, we'll call that a stream. Let's find somebody to raid. Hopefully everybody had fun. And let me see here. Who do we want to raid today? Let's see. Checking the gaff meter says, thank you, Nam. Oh, thank you kindly checking the gaff meter. Thank you so much. Jinjin TV, we always have fun in your channel. Excellent, thank you. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so I've got some of the usual suspects, and then, oh, actually last week I was kind of waffling over who to raid out to. Let me just hop in this stream and make sure that they're not raiding out soon, because that's what happened last time. Thanks for the warning last time, Gibson Lens, because I was not paying attention to any of that last time, so. So if hopefully nobody minds, there are not that many magic streamers, so we usually go to music friends. Alright, we have not SROM Music, hey, ha, when the first thing you hear is, and that's a stream, I'll catch the VOD. Oh, okay, alright, SROM Music, next time you're in, let me know. I do want to redo a trick that you had requested last time for you, so we'll do that next time. Alright, everybody, we're going to be raiding out to Sonata G Major, because I wanted to raid out last time, but, so if you would like to copy a raid call, so raid, feel free, join us on this raid, going to Sonata G Major. But yeah, so anyway, everybody, hopefully you enjoyed, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you around, and I'm sure I'll see you around in some other Twitch channels as well. Okay, here we go. Everybody's raiding. All right, put your hands up and say, whoa, it's like a roller coaster raid. Yay! I just realized I forgot to copy my own raid call.
Thank you for being here. Also, Anonymous, thank you for the gift sub to Austin. Crazy